Hello? Is this thing on? Okay, cool. Let's begin. So this video is called Death to Pennies by CGP Grey. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. Go check him out. He's pretty awesome.
The story of the penny starts in the
I
first
love
US
pennies.
mint, founded in 1792, which produced these 1-cent pieces along with other coins, including the quarter, dime, half dime, and a mystery coin that we'll get back to later. These pennies of the New Republic were born of
I love
100% pure copper. But two forces conspired to ensure this wouldn't remain the case for long. The value of copper went up, and because of inflation, the buying power of the penny went down. This caused the mint to reduce the amount of copper in pennies, first from 100% to 95%, and then to only 5% copper
Zinc.
and 95%
Zinc.
zinc. Despite this debasement, in 2006, the value of the metal in older pennies rose above 1 cent, and suddenly they were worth more dead than alive, so people melted them to sell the raw copper for profit. In a rational, efficient world, the story of the penny would have ended here, with the government realizing that they weren't worth minting and happy that its citizens were removing them from circulation. But instead, the government made melting US coins illegal and continues to manufacture 4
Yeah!
million pennies each year, which is idiotic as it costs the US Mint about 1.8 cents to make each 1-cent penny. But even if pennies were minted from something more
Okay, that might not be cool, but I still love pennies. I still love pennies. If you guys don't like pennies, that's too bad. And I like pretty much any coins as long as they're interesting, which you know me. If you know me, you will probably understand that I love these types. Alright, let's continue.
representative of their true value, like plastic or lint, it wouldn't fix the fundamental problem that pennies are bad for people and the economy. Here's why.
Huh?
The purpose of physical cash money is to make it easy to
Wait, go
transact
back.
plastic or lint. It wouldn't fix the fundamental problem that pennies are bad for people and the economy. Here's why.
Look at that. Look at the troll face right there. And there's the little stick figure that's pretty sad. And
The purpose of physical cash money is to make it easy to transact the everyday business of buying stuff. A shopkeeper has stuff, and you want that stuff. Rather than bartering like savages for it, you use cash as a medium of exchange. To get the price just right, the cash
yeah.
must be divisible into pieces so that you don't overpay. But it isn't divided forever, because at some point the value it represents is too small.
Okay, that's pretty cool. He does know about the $2 bill, so that's awesome. Alright, hang on. Sorry about that. There was something on my phone screen. Okay, let's keep going. Oh man, he doesn't recognize the half dollar. I love half dollars.
Buy anything with or bother with, which brings us back to the penny. In the olden days, pennies could actually buy stuff, but no more. Now, if you want to spend pennies, you're going to have to put in some effort. For example, try to pay for 20 bucks worth of groceries with 2,000 pennies weighing 11 pounds and see how that works out. So you have to get rid of them using exact change. But because the United States doesn't include sales tax and prices, unlike more civilized countries,
I never
and you
knew
can't
that.
multiply by 8.875% in your head, you can't get your change ready before you reach the register like a good Samaritan would. The pennies you inevitably fiddle with after discovering the true cost of your goods adds 2 seconds to each cash transaction on average, which is less than the value of your time and the time of everyone behind you, which is why most normal people don't bother messing with change, and the usual penny pinching culprits are those with nothing better to occupy their day. If you want to spend pennies without being an inconsiderate jerk who wastes other people's time, perhaps you can
If any of you guys know who, if any of you guys know who made like these face designs, like not the regular stickman, but the stickman on that have like the other types of faces, please let me know, because those faces actually look pretty funny, especially the ones behind the line. That one's pretty funny.
find a machine that will accept them. Good luck with that. Vending machines won't take pennies, neither laundry machines, nor toll booths, or parking meters, or anything else, because pennies aren't worth the time and effort to count, store, and transport them. In fact, there is only one machine that takes pennies, Coinstar, a leech on the economy that eats 10% of your money while providing nothing in return except the ability to spend cash that was already yours. The difficulty of
Huh?
spending pennies is why they end up in jars, dead to the economy after a short, useless life where they failed at their only job, to facilitate exchange, and instead did the exact opposite by being a literal dead weight on every
You had one job and you failed.
cash transaction. They must be eliminated. But, you might think, won't prices
No.
rise and charities lose money without the penny? No. New Zealand got rid of their 1-cent coin, as did Oz. Finland and the Netherlands ditched the
No.
1 euro cent coin as well, though that might have been because of how absurdly small and frustrating the 1 euro cent is. These countries round to the nearest 5 cents for cash transactions, and none of them saw prices rise or charitable donations drop. And anyway, the United States has already gone through this process before without trouble. Remember the mystery coin from the beginning? That was the half cent. Seen one lately? Of course you haven't.
Halfpenny.
It was discontinued in 1857 for being worth too little. But when the half-cent coin met its fate, it had more buying power than today's dime. So perhaps the list of modern coins to kill could be even larger. There is one last irrational problem with getting rid of the penny. Everybody loves Lincoln. Well, almost everybody. After booting off Lady Liberty and the Chief, the US sure has Lincolnified the penny within an inch of its life. But ditching the penny won't erase him from history. Lincoln and his monument are still in the $5 bill, which isn't going away. And even if you think it's unpatriotic or disrespectful to retire presidents,
the Lincoln Memorial isn't on the penny anymore. Like, not on modern pennies, but like pennies like before the 50s, all wheat pennies. But pennies after that have the Lincoln Memorial, and that's what's on the $5 bill. But now I also learned this very recently, it's called the Union Shield now on the back of the penny. So yeah, go check that out.
Presidential coinage, allow me to direct you to a little organization known as the United States Military, where, in overseas bases, they've already abolished the penny by automatically rounding to the nearest 5 cents. Sooner or later, even the most ardent Lincoln lovers will have to give up the penny. They cost more to make than they're worth, they waste people's time, they don't work as money, and because of inflation, they're less valuable every year, making all the other problems worse. Sorry, Abe, but it's time to kill the penny.
No! Sorry about that, my AirPods are almost dead. Anyways, I'm gonna...
There are 2,700 robocalls made every second in the U.S. You might have been on the receiving end of one today.
Bye.